I always thought that reputation or credibility couldn't be bought. Money can buy a better car, upgrade to Tinder Gold, and add square footage to your house, but money cannot buy your reputation. That's earned, right? In today's video, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek into how you can boost your online persona with a little money.
Before I started 2 seven-figure companies and acquired over 250,000 followers and started serving celebrity clients like Ice Cube, bought this awesome i8, this really cool G-Wagon, and moved into this beautiful penthouse.
Who clicked on my video wanting to watch another guru talk about his cars and penthouse? Okay, probably no one. This is Dillon, and he's going to show us the secrets to building your credibility online.
I tried so many ways to get my name out there, and nothing ever worked. I tried social media, influencers, network events, courses, podcasts, and nothing worked to get my business off the ground.
On social media in 2021, it's very important that you do not focus on building up credibility through years of providing great content to your fan base or a great product to your customers. You need to focus on doing it immediately. Many of you probably think that digital newspapers and news outlets are struggling to pay the bills. Not anymore. Not when they figured out how many gurus wanted to be celebrities overnight.
Until I discovered a secret inner circle to fame, something that got me published on sites like the New York Weekly, US Reporter, Chicago Journal, LA Wire, and so many more credible publications.
These news publications are as credible as a movie critic who financed the movie they're reviewing. Since most members of society still hold print journalism in high esteem, the idea of getting featured in a publication seems like a noteworthy accomplishment. But when you find out what exactly is going on, you realize how easy it is for fake gurus to look super credible when in fact they are not.
If you're looking to get your name out there like I did, land clients, speak on stages, make more freaking money, and frankly just change the trajectory of your life, click the button below and I'll tap into my inner circle to get you published in the next 24 hours. Talk soon.
Dillon isn't a fake guru or anything. He's just the concierge butler to the fake gurus. If you can get published in the next 24 hours, how many background checks are done on you? How is that enough time to find out if you're legit? In this video, you'll see why legitimacy is a theme of the past. I'm the old guy yearning for the days when you had to be credible to get featured in publications. Now you just need to pay a few bucks to a guy who owns a BMW i8 and you can look like a famous businessman. Attention, entrepreneurs, performers, athletes, and achievers struggling to make it doing what you love. We are about to find out the golden potion to bring you more press. News Insider reveals the secret inner circle that allows ordinary people to appear in New York Weekly, US Reporter, LA Wire, and other major news TV publications within 24 hours. Hopefully, Dillon's inner circle is better than Austin McBroom's. I'm confused as to why Dillon mentions this allows ordinary people to appear in publications. Fake gurus are not ordinary. They are the cream of the crop, and it's almost offensive that they need to pay to have articles written about them. Now, I'm not particularly comfortable sharing my story, but I think it's important more people know that success can happen to anyone and that it can happen very fast. I'm going to share what happened to me, my unusual journey into every major news publication in the world, and how this secret inner circle can land you in New York Weekly, US Reporter, LA Wire, and other major news publications as early as tomorrow. There is no barrier to entry to being a guru. Just like Dillon says, success can happen very fast. What he's really saying is you can have your sob story printed on many news publications tomorrow, which will let you look like a legitimate entrepreneur who's been in hiding for years and is finally sharing your secrets out of the kindness of your heart. Dillon's copywriting on this sales page is captivating. He became PR manager for a quickly growing company and was sent into his boss's office one day. After I sat down, he quickly poked his head outside the door, made sure no one else was around, shut the door, and locked it. He calmly walked back over to his seat, sat down, and said, "Dillon, I need to know that I can trust you with handling the most vital piece of my success." I nodded my head. "I love the hard work you've put in lately, but no amount of marketing is as powerful as what I'm going to share with you today. Can you handle it?" While I can't reveal what was said in the rest of the meeting, I can reveal what happened to me next. You see, this guy had risen from rags to riches in a matter of just 2 short years by leveraging what I now knew as the media's inner circle. I was initiated into the secret inner circle and my life changed forever. And even though this inner circle was supposed to be reserved for only the filthy rich and famous, there was no stopping me from using this crazy new network for myself. This is the plot for a third-rate superhero parody. Down on his luck, entrepreneur gets a job at McDonald's to pay the bills for his money-bleeding startup venture. After a few tumultuous years of finding his way, he landed a job as a PR manager for Richard Cutthroat, the top boss in the city of Seoul. When Richard needed a news article written about his puppy-saving philanthropy work, he employed Dillon. Little did Dillon know that he would be entering a world full of superhero news journalists that could take a failing entrepreneur and turn them into a budding success in 24 hours by writing a puff piece about their 5-star coaching business. This new secret inner circle made me famous. In less than a year, I went from living paycheck to paycheck to being featured in every publication I mentioned above. Is there anything more representative of the fake guru world than that statement? It's because of how easy it is to build up the facade of expertise and multi-millionaire entrepreneur overnight. All it takes is paying a PR firm to be your hype man.
Big shout out to my homie Dillon Kivo. Thanks for getting me placed in the New York Weekly 40 Under 40. Dope article. Really professional process working with Dillon, so if you need any press, go hit him up.
This testimonial said that he was placed on the 40 Under 40 list for New York Weekly. I figured I'd go check out that list to see what all the hype is about. This 40 Under 40 list looks like it's written on a free WordPress template, but we should hold our judgment for another minute. They have Drake listed at number 1, which makes sense. Let's see who number 2 is. It's Billie Jean! Oh wow, how did Billie Jean get a placement as the number 2 40 Under 40 member right behind Drake? Certainly this wasn't a list that required payment. And can you imagine how upset Billie Jean would have been if Johnny couldn't find the credit card to pay for this PR? What's hilarious about this list is that all of the people who clearly paid to be on the list are selling something in their bio. How ignorant of me to ever think these kinds of lists were legitimate. And it didn't take long to find 3 guys promoting their scammy Forex trading course. I would know exactly what they were selling if their website was still active. I guess it was time to move on to some other scam. Listen to their bios, it might be the funniest thing you'll hear today. Jackinson Jackpot Verdul. As an experienced Forex trading educator and mentor, Jack is committed to helping clients strategize for their financial security. His unique leadership approach has drawn the attention of thousands of new clients worldwide. Jack believes above all that you have to believe in yourself and maintain your vision, despite what others tell you. When that vision becomes reality, everyone else will believe in your dream. I've never had my fake guru meter hitting 10 out of 10 so quickly before. I love how this list contains Nicki Minaj and Drake to try and fool us that the list is legitimate. Some of the people on this list sound legitimate and aren't trying to sell a course, but some can't even afford their own picture. How are you going to submit a Getty image as your picture? This is worse than having a dick drawn on your face for your high school yearbook picture. As I was researching for this video, I googled a search term trying to find out any info about paying to be on Forbes. The first result was an ad for a PR agency called Imperium Group PR that advertises their service for getting featured on Forbes US for $1,500 in 5 days. This summarizes the central theme of this video, which is most of what you see in the social media fake guru course selling ecosystem that I heavily criticize is all pay to play. Once you can wrap your head around the fact that most marketing and advertising is a pay to play model, you'll start to see social media for what it is. Since it was founded, Authority Titans has become a leader in the authority accelerator industry and has already helped thousands of individuals and companies significantly increase their reach. The boost in these clients' digital presence has led to higher customer engagement and a more profitable business. Authority Titans is Dillon Kivo's business, and this is one of the paid articles he had written about his business. Authority accelerator industry is not a scam, so I'm not trying to poo-poo on Dillon's business, as he's just a glorified PR agency, which has been around for decades. I'm just trying to show that all of these fake gurus saying they've been featured on many news publications as if it's an award to be shown at dinner parties is all a facade. If I pay for Dillon's services, I could look like a legitimate entrepreneur in a matter of days.
He's a social media influencer. He's a best-selling author. He's written 12 books. He says you don't necessarily need to get a college degree to make money in the age of the internet. The man on your screens right now is Dan Locke, and
After watching the first part of my video, how much do you want to bet this media appearance was paid for? Are you willing to bet more than what Dan paid to be on as a guest? This video was labeled as being on Fox News, but has only 4,200 views in 2 years. I could put out a compilation of me farting and beat 4,200 views in 2 years. Paid media is a form of marketing and advertising your brand that's always going to require payment. Where I have a problem is when people you trust are promoting someone and not disclosing it.
Podcast payola is when these big platforms bring on different people, the financial gurus. How are they getting on these platforms? How are they being introduced to the community? Most people are going to say, I saw them on The Breakfast Club. I saw them on Earn Your Leisure.
Pocket Watching with JT is a great channel for breaking down fraudulent practices in the financial space. I had to include this clip because his term podcast payola is so perfect for what is happening in the podcast space right now.
Let's clear it up. He asked me if I want to be on Million Dollars. I ain't asked him. I ain't call him ask no favor. He called me asking if I want to be on $1 Million Worth of Game. Word to God. Josh told him no. He said it's 50,000. Josh said I'm cool. He told Alex it's 50,000. Alex said I'm cool.
Him 500 was a guest on a podcast called $1 Million Worth of Game, and in this video he shared how much it cost him to be a guest. There's podcasts right now that are turning into traditional media where you pay to play. I can tell you that Jordan Belfort's podcast is a pay-to-play podcast right now. I know of others that have such high demand that some form of payment is required to be a guest.
Who told me that they were personally reached out to by a member of the team of Earn Your Leisure. And he was told, in order to get interviewed on this show, you need to be prepared to pay them. Technically, he's not paying for the interview because that seemed weird and odd to him. He was told by the Earn Your Leisure representative that, well, the guys are so busy now that they just don't have the time to do any interview. So basically, you would just be paying for their time. What are we talking about here? I'm paying for that time to do what? I'm paying for that time to interview me.
JT did a great job breaking this down in his video about podcast payola. I actually wasn't aware of this practice before JT's video, so this opened my eyes to the concept of paying to be on a podcast. With that said, did he say $50,000 for a guest appearance? I only do collabs with friends, but if anyone wants to write a check for $50,000, I might be listening.
And the FTC commissioner said, when companies launder advertising by paying an influencer to pretend that their endorsement or review is untainted by a financial relationship, this is illegal payola.
This is an interesting argument to be had. Even if it is illegal, it's not like the Wild West culture of fake gurus is being policed right now. The ecosystem that's been created is free for fake gurus to pay for whatever they want without repercussions.
Then on the other side, there's something called earned media. Well, imagine getting yourself in a magazine or a newsletter like Huffington Post or Forbes or Fortune or Entrepreneur. And when you get featured in one, that's called earned media, where you earned the exposure.
Paid media is what you generally consider paid advertising, and earned media is from your reputation and news publications wanting to feature your brand or business. The problem with social media now is that the line between paid and earned media is as blurry as the eyesight of someone who just got maced. Looking back, I can't believe how long it took me to realize that most guest appearances on large news publications or news networks are paid for. It's all marketing for the brand. It's just another form of paid advertising. Here's one half of the podcast Fresh and Fit who paid for this press release on Yahoo Finance while working a W-2 job. Walter Weeks, known as Fresh Print CEO, created a much-needed business to offer people advice on business and lifestyle tips to better their lives. Offering people advice on business and lifestyle tips while working a W-2 customer service job at Wix.com is the ultimate tagline for this fake guru world. He literally paid for a press release to have a picture with a private jet in a McLaren while working a customer service job to teach people about business and lifestyle. Fake it before you make it. At the bottom of this article is mention of a VIP media group. I did a quick Google search for this company and found their website. The Silver Media Package. Get featured on 4 to 6 media publications, NBC, CBS, Fox, Chicago Weekly, plus 2 bonus sites for $9.97. For $5,000, you can purchase the VIP Media Package, which gets you on 15 to 20 media publications. I've known that PR agencies have always existed, but I never knew that the entire industry, my guess, is pay to play. On the low end of the scale with fake gurus, everything is pay to play. The guy suing me right now appeared out of nowhere and then all of a sudden had news publications all over the web wanting to write articles about him. Interestingly enough, every article is copy and pasted from the other. I wonder why that is. After all we've learned today in class, your homework assignment tonight is to tell me if you believe that is earned media or paid media.
We're really living in this day and age of perception is kind of more important than reality. It's not actually, but it's perceived to be, right? For example, somebody's verified on Instagram, they have over 250,000 followers. It's almost like the world has somehow joined together and everybody made the executive decision that if somebody has a blue verified badge next to their name and they have over, let's just say, 100,000 followers, society has deemed that person either A, successful, or two, a genius in whatever they do, or good, or for the most part, good at what they do.
That's a perfect summary of social media in 2021. It's all perception, and gurus are doing an excellent job of crafting the perception to fit the narrative that they're super successful entrepreneurs, even if they're not. Hope you learned something from this video. Thanks for watching.